Understand me clearly. I would repeat this with my last breath. What I say is that the source of revelation, the source of inspiration, the source of genius, the source of psychic powers lies in us. And that this source can become active with certain disciplines. Normally, it is dormant and idle. We cannot use it. But with certain experiments, this source, this fountain of all spiritual knowledge and powers can be. It did become active in all the great prophets, sages, geniuses. I am placing in the hands of science the secret of genius, the secret of that source from which science was born, from which philosophy was born, from which literature was born, from which music was born, from which art was born. I am putting them in touch with the source of all creativity, all nobility, and all the psychic powers in man.
That's a profound statement you're making, Pandit.
As I said, I would be happy to make it even in my last breath.
You have several good people working with you and for you.
I have a number of totally dedicated and sincere friends, and it is by the support given by them to me that I have been able to make myself known to the extent that I am known at present.
I recall you talked quite a bit about generation of the mind. Our minds are degenerated.
The human race is evolving in a certain predetermined direction, under a certain law, which of course it would need a long span of time to understand thoroughly. Now, if this evolution continues in a healthy way, we progress. If this evolution does not continue in a healthy way, we degenerate and deteriorate. There is also another danger. If this evolution does not occur in a healthy way, then it can occur also in a morbid way. That is the reason why in this advanced age, with all the facilities, the number of mentally distorted or the insane is so alarming, especially in the Western countries. There is no reason why a nation that has everything that it needs, that has plenty and abundance of every food's provision, it has fine shelters, sanitation, and everything. Why should there be such a large incidence of insanity? The reason is because the accelerated evolution is going the wrong way. This is also the reason, dear Mr. Nobel, which will be confirmed by progeny, that our most intelligent minds have started to lose touch with reality. They have started to become alienated. No sane human being who is intelligent, who is well educated, who has knowledge of all the branches to which man has gained access to this day, who has every day the books, newspapers, and television or the radio to give him further news about the world, should devise a weapon like the nuclear weapon, should put the whole species in a danger of annihilation. It is craziness. We are not able to see it at this point, but we will see it after 20 or 25 years. It is because the human intellect has started to deteriorate. Romans fell because their leading intelligences deteriorated. Greeks fell because their leading men deteriorated. Indians fell, Mughals fell. The same is happening to the Western nations. The mind is losing contact with reality.
Do you today see any similarity between the fall of the Roman Empire and the possible fall of our Western capitalistic system?
The same reason. You can see a striking resemblance between the ways of life of the last Romans and the Western society of our day. The same overemphasis on carnal pleasures, the same dissension among themselves, the same appetite for abnormal things. You will find parallels between the two. The same breakage of family, the same lowering of values.
And the only difference might be that the Romans were not in a position to realize that their decline was about to come. We know that there is a chance.
Yeah, because we know their example.
And I'm coming back again to the mind. It fascinates me very much. I feel that the mind maybe is the last frontier, but very little time is really given towards development of the mind. And I'm sure that you feel that there is an imbalance.
It is a great imbalance. Even if we were to exercise for hours every day for the betterment of our body, for gaining strength, muscles, and stamina, and at the same time neglected the culture of the mind, we would gain nothing by all the labor that we put in it. For the pilot, the driver in us, the power that is behind all our thinking and action would act in the wrong way, and the body will be misused when the driver is not healthy and wholesome. Now, I will give you one more instance to show how the mind. Just please try to frame a picture of New York or London or Zurich or even Srinagar and see these cars and trucks and buses whirling round and round and round, and see people rushing across roads, burning enormous quantities of energy. Why is this haste? Is the earth turning upside down? Is some other species threatening mankind from a distant planet? Is the plague on, or what is happening? Why is everybody running and rushing and working and running and rushing and working without giving any time to the mind to be in repose and in peace, in tune with itself? What is happening? In all the cities, especially in the industrial countries, and now in the developing countries also. Speed and speed and speed and speed and work and work and work.
And without any smiles on their face.
You will find laborers, farmers smiling and laughing in their fields, but you don't find people laughing or smiling in the metropolises of the world. They are working and rushing this way and that way. Now let us carry this analogy a little further. Let us take a growing infant, tie him to a rope and whirl him round the head, or put him in a small chair which is whirling for the whole day, so that he has no time to look at anything in a steady way. He is always whirling. Do you think such a child will go into a normal adulthood?
No, definitely not.
Then how can you imagine that all these crowds from morning till night who are burning their own energy in such a rush and tumble with a craze for speed, with a mania for more and more, with an abnormal desire for pleasure, for excitement, for adventure, how can you say that this mind would grow into a healthy adulthood or into a healthy humanity? This is the reason why a nuclear war is threatening mankind. To end this riot of the intellect, to end this riot of speed. See how calm and reposeful nature is, and how restless is man. Not only man, but intelligent man, because he has no idea that a glorious future awaits him, that he has to evolve in a certain direction, that he has to reach a dimension where he will combine the scientist, the sage, and the illuminated in himself, that he will live a life of happiness, peace, and glory. He has no idea.